Hey, what's up? White Bread here. Finally, I'm back. There's a lot of stuff that I had to settle for Chinese New Year, and also work started to pick up because everybody wants to take leave on Chinese New Year. But I'm back. Most importantly, is I'm back with more content and just nice. Not really just nice, but ST11 UTA has been out for quite some time, and it's time to go through a user guide on it. Okay, let's begin. So first, let's start with the leader. Okay, so UTA is a film type. Okay, monocolor green leader with 5000 power, 5 life. Okay, special attribute. Okay, effect is Dawn 1. When attacking once per turn, reveal the top card of your deck and add up to 1 film card to your hand. Then place the rest at the bottom of the deck. So very simple effect. I feel that out of all the leaders, this is the most user-friendly deck and also competitive viable. Okay, really good leader to have. So let's go through how the effect works. So let's say this is our field. Most likely this is what you will look like. Okay, you can normally don't have anything to drop on turn 1 if you go first. Okay, you attach 1 Dawn and then you attack. When you attack, you reveal the top card from your hand, from your deck. Sorry. Once you reveal the top card from your deck, then if it's a film card, doesn't matter if it's a event, if it's a character, you put it to your hand. Okay, very simple effect and very powerful also, because you attack for 6000. Yeah, you use 1 Dawn, but it's effectively draw 1 if you have a very good deck. You have a lot of film cards in your deck, which is what we are going to have. Okay, so let's go through some of the core cards that we will be using in our decks. Okay, so quite standard. Okay, you will get the deck itself. In order to get the leader, you must get the structure deck, and the structure deck comes with the very new blocker UTA. 3 cost, 4000 power, special attribute UTA with film type. Okay, effect, it's a blocker. End of your turn, you may trash 1 event card from your hand, then set 1 of your film type characters as active. Very strong. And not only that, it has 1000 counter, so it's never dead hand. I believe you will never use the counter, but it's there if you need it, and it is always going to be placed down. It's a low cost blocker, just 3000 power blocker, and it has the effect of restanding any of your characters. If like for example, okay, you know what, then I will go through. We have 7 cost Maki D Luffy, also another film type character. Okay, with not only that, but with the Supernova and Straw Hat trait. Okay, 7 cost, 7000 power. Okay, it's a blocker also, and on play you get to play up to 1 of your Straw Hat or film type characters with 4 cost or less from your hand. Which also brings us to Brook. This is our standard combination. Brook has a very similar effect as Luffy. On play, okay, play up to 1 film or Straw Hat character that is 3 cost or less. Okay, so this is our very standard combination that we have, and we are going to use it with UTA's effect. So okay, so our turn 4, we have 7 Dawn, we drop the Luffy. Okay, Luffy will call the Brook, and then Brook will call the UTA. Very simple combination. And on top of that, because UTA have its throw away your event card, restand set as active as a character, your Luffy can go in for a hit and still be a blocker at the end of the turn if you have a event card at hand. So very strong effect for UTA, and it's a must for these 3 characters to be in your deck. On top of that, we have 3 new event cards. Okay, this is the alternate art, but we still have 3 new event cards: New Genesis, I'm Invisible, and Backlight. Okay, so New Genesis is our Searcher. Okay, Searcher event, very good. Normally, if you don't need to search because of UTA's effect, or you already like maybe 10 turns in, you can always use this for UTA's set as active ability to discard this. Okay, we have backlight. Backlight is our removal in a sense. Okay, either you really KO a 5 cost character or you set a blocker to rested. Okay, a 5 cost blocker to rested, and then our I am invisible is like our finisher. These 3 events are essential to your deck. Okay, you in all Uta decks you definitely see all 3 of these events inside. Okay, so this is how we normally have this event cards. Normally this is how we use it. So let's say you have a Sakazuki on the other side. Okay, drop a Borsellino. Very hard to remove. Okay, it's almost like impossible. You need to hit so hard that they are forced to use Borsellino. Okay, so we use our backlight. Okay, set Borsellino down to rested. Then from there we attach 5 dons. Okay, we hit in for 10k. They definitely have to respond. Okay, if they have no life, okay, they have to respond. If not, they are dead. If they respond, you still have one more restand. You still have one more restand, and also to hit in for another turn. And on top of that, you get to draw 1 with Uta during this turn. Okay, so you're never worried that you're out of resources. You have a finisher here, very strong, with a 10k finisher twice. Okay, you are almost the same as the OP06 Zoro already. Okay, very strong. That is why they are the core in the deck. Okay, so next we're gonna talk about our budget list. Okay, so we have looked at the core. When you buy the structure deck, you have this set of cards. Okay, you have 2 new Genesis, 2 backlights, and 2 Uta. So what you need to do is unfortunately you need to get at least 2 of these decks. Okay, I believe it's not very expensive. It just came out. I think many people have at least 2 of the deck. Okay, the list I'm going to show you is if you bought 2. Okay, then after you can use this list. If you don't have 2 off, okay, then maybe you need to find replacement to finesse these cards in. But this is, I'm assuming that the ST11 doesn't cost as much in the West, so I'm thinking that you will get 2 off. And this is my list for the budget deck if you have 2 off, using all the cards from the structure deck only. Okay, if you have more, you have like cards that you like for example, you have better event cards than the 3 sword style onigiri, go ahead. Okay, you better cards than Law, Nico Robin, go ahead and add it in. But why I decided to use all the structure deck, because they are all film cards. Your Uta effect always will hit off. Every turn you are drawing Don 1, draw 1. That is what is happening. Okay, Don 1, draw 1, hit for 6000 power. That is what is happening with this deck. And we have our core combination of Luffy, Brook, and Uta. Okay, if you don't have Uta, you can always drop Brook and Usopp. Okay, your Law and Nico Robin is very circumstantial. So Nico Robin is most likely will be used as a counter with Law. But in case you need to go wide, for example, you have Zoro on board, or that your opponent is running Zoro or Law, and then you need to go wide with the board, you can always use them. They are not too weak, but they are not the best cards to have. Okay, if you need big bodies, you have always Frankie and Zoro as your big bodies. Unfortunately, the only 2k counter is Chopper. Okay, so you might want to like try to save 3 dons to use your onigiri. But like say, because you have your finishers of backlight and and I'm invisible, so go aggressive with this budget deck. Once you hit your turn 4 with 7 Don, drop your Monkey D. Luffy. and suddenly your board is really wide. Drop your Monkey D. Luffy combination and you are safe. Okay, draw every turn, drop Monkey D. Luffy, you are safe. Okay, this is how I believe you should play the budget deck. Okay, it is not bad. It's not like A tier, but it at least beats many of the older leaders. So like Red Green Luffy, Kaido. This deck is good enough to beat any of them. Okay, so if let's say you have a little bit more money, you can level up your deck. Okay, I know the prices in the West are crazy, but you know, here are some of the cards that you can have to kind of bring your deck to the next level. Okay, first, slightly lower cost. Might not be. From what I see, the most expensive in these two cards, Dolphy is about $6. The base version SR is about $6, so it might cost quite a bit. But you have Izo, okay, quite a standard 2k counter, and also you can rest of 4 cost, so it's like a backlight, a more expensive backlight, okay, that you can use. Okay, but these are not film cards, so you must remember, if you flip them and they with Uta effect, you must put them at the bottom of the deck. Okay, so that is for the low cost. Okay, here are some of the more expensive options. Yeah, so Kid, okay, 8 cost Kid, okay, is always a good addition in any green deck. Okay, the film Battle, I always cannot pronounce his name, the barrier boy. Okay, it's good. Like for example, you drop you can always drop this for a low cost. Let's say, yeah, you want to maybe hit in, and then you're not very sure if at the end of the turn he will defend or have enough counters to block. You can always drop these 2 costs to re-stand back your Luffy or your Uta if you got no event. So it's very strong, but very expensive. I think it costs $70. Yeah, so if you have it, it's good. If you are early buyer, it's good. But if not, then yeah, it's very expensive. And Nami is expensive. I don't know why Nami is so expensive. Just a SR card. But you know, the waifu power is there. And if you have the the premium collection version, even better. Okay, I'm sorry, kid, but yeah, moderately priced. Okay, but still pretty expensive. I think it's about $20 compared to these other two, but they are very good additions, very good addition to your film deck. And then with that, this is my current list. I run lesser. I'm invisible because it's my finisher, so it's towards the end that I want to draw it. Okay, I run 4 cost Dolphy. I mean 4 of the 10 cost Dolphy, because it's very good to kind of like lock your opponent in place while you build your board. Okay, 3 8 cost Kid. It's good that it's like a semi Luffy like that. You drop your 8 cost Kid and then you drop your Uta as well with Kid's effect. You can do that and also use Luffy's effect, so they are very strong. And then your Kid is acting like a 8 cost leader. Yeah, so this is the list that I'm running. Okay, of course with Nami you have more searches, and that means more resources on hand. That means better play on board. Okay, yeah, I will add this all. I will have this list in the description, so no worries. Next is having is Uta future proof. That means will we die off after OP05.5? Okay, looking at ST11 and OP06, these are some of the good additions into the Uta deck. Okay, it might seem very underrated, but if you can drop Zoro, like on turn 4 you drop Luffy, expand your board. When they are dealing with Luffy and Uta, you drop your Zoro, they will panic, because Zoro is going in for 3 hits of 9k, And on top of that, Uta is going in for another, what is it, 3, so you got another 9k twice, so total of 5 9k hits. Nobody can defend that. It's very, very, very painful. Okay, so very, very strong. Okay, and then with ST12 you have Mihawk. Okay, some like it, some don't like it. I don't really like it. So but got a few people put it in with to drop the film Zoro, okay, or any other slash characters that you see fit. You can, there's a combination you can do is at 4 life, instead of dropping Brook at 4, then you drop Nami or Uta. You can drop Mihawk, drop Brook, and then drop Nami for 3 costs, and then use Nami effect for 4 costs instead of the typical 5 costs for Brook, Nami, and Nami effect. So pretty good card to have if you like the kind of playstyle. And EB01 and OP07. So EB01 have very good film edition with the blocker Bruno and film Sanji. The only last straw had to be part of the film package. Okay, 2k counter, very, very good. Okay, now currently I think Japan just won yesterday or 2 days ago with Uta Film, okay, in their regionals with the EB01 edition. And OP07, they are very, 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 very strong green cards coming out. So keep your eye out on it. I don't know if it will be better to have these cards as addition into the Uta deck, but they are so strong that it's very hard to not consider them. Okay, yeah, if you want, you can go and look it up, what OP07 have to offer, and I will come up with some review really soon. If not, that's about it. Uta is Green Uta is definitely a very meta leader to have. At least for the near future until I don't know OP07 is it near or not, but at least until EB01 is definitely very viable. So for those people that are very into Uta, you can go get it now. Those that are new and is getting into it, it's not a very expensive deck, I hope. Okay, y'all can correct me on this. But it's not a very expensive deck, and it's very strong and very beginner friendly. Okay, the effect is not complicated, the film cards are not very complicated. Gives you a good chance of winning, and at the same time give you a good learning experience on what is resources, how to use effects, what is your win con. All these are very, very good for a beginner. Okay, if not, do let me know if me coming back has any change. If not, or just let me know anything in general. I normally reply to all the comments. I'm trying to bring back the second channel, the White Bread TCG2. I'm planning to do some commentary gameplay, especially now EB01 is coming out to the sim very soon, I think in a few days time, so I will start doing that. If not, expect more content this week. If not, that's it. I need to use the toilet. Thank you very much. Okay, bye.